Alright, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be discussing liquidity, which is arguably one of the most important concepts in trading and fundamental no matter what trading strategy you are using. If you want to be good at trading, you need to understand liquidity because it is how the market moves and why the market moves the way it does. So let's jump right into it. I got this PDF from T-Trades. Full credit goes to T-Trades for this PDF, but he did a great job of making it, and I thought it would be good to cover using his PDF. Now let's jump right into it. So, first off, I'll start off by saying the market purposely seeks to run through old highs and old lows to create panic. It does this because naturally that is what creates panic when people get underwater. And so the market purposefully drives to run through old swing highs and swing lows. So a swing high is when there's a set of three highs where there is a lower high to the left and to the right. A swing low is a set of three lows where there is a lower low to the left and to the right. So there's a difference between, there's two kinds of liquidity. There's buy-side liquidity and sell-side liquidity. Whenever we talk about buy-side liquidity, all we're talking about is simply old highs. Old highs are buy-side liquidity. Old lows are sell-side liquidity. So just like, what are you targeting, lows or highs, right? So it's really not any more complicated than that, but yeah. Old swing highs are buy-side liquidity. And it's important to note that why are these important? Because people put their stop losses outside of the ranges. That's why the market moves to run past old highs and old lows, because there are stop losses resting below old lows and old highs. And so the market is driving towards the highs and lows to hit those stop losses and create panic. Something else that is worth noting is anytime you have relatively equal highs, this represents a very strong liquidity target. The market tends to run through equal highs and equal lows even more often than it does just like a regular high or a low. So they're even a better target for price to run through those highs and those lows. Anytime you have like this, anytime relatively equal highs or relatively equal lows, the market is likely going to come back to that. To a retail trader, they probably learned this as support and resistance, and that's not the case at all. It's a complete misconception, and this represents a range, and this range is going to get ran through because the idea is panic is going to be created. Stop losses are resting above these highs. Stop losses are resting below these lows. Something else I'll add real quick is another significant liquidity target is data high or a data low. And I'm going to go through an example of this actually from on Friday. I still have the whole chart up actually. You can see that this is this right here is where news came out. It's created an old low and old high, and this is called a data high right here. And this is called a data low. and price purposely comes back to these data highs and data lows with high conviction. So you can see, look at this trade, right? This is a trade from Friday, so yesterday. You had this inverse, and then this was the liquidity target, and price purposely came back to run through this data low. All right, let's go back to the PDF now. So yeah, data lows and data highs are also really good targets for liquidity. And something else is, what was I gonna say? Can't remember right now. These liquidity targets, right? Anytime I say liquidity target, it's also referred to as a draw on liquidity. So anytime someone says draw on liquidity, just think that's where the market is likely going to be targeting. That's the liquidity that's being targeted. So liquidity, remember, just means old highs and old lows. Previous week's highs and lows are often used as significant liquidity targets or draws on liquidity, and previous days' highs and lows are also significant liquidity targets, or aka draws on liquidity. So the market will purposefully come and run through your previous days' high and lows and your previous week's high and lows. So it's important to mark these out on your chart and use it to frame where the market's going to go in the future, the next week and the next day. So you mark out these previous day high and lows and previous week high and lows, and it will help you in your trading immensely. And the same thing is true for session highs and lows. So anytime you have a so there's Asian session, which there are set times for Asian session. You can look these up pretty easily online, and just say ICT session times, and it'll say Asia session, London session, and you mark out the highs and lows for these sessions, and the market typically comes back and runs towards these previous highs and lows, because Asia and London are previous ranges, and the market seeks to run through previous ranges. With that, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to keep getting better at making these videos every single time I make them, just a little bit better every single time, and hopefully you learned something and you found this useful. I'll see you in the next one.